Yes. So I completed chapter number 26. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now chapter number 28, linear programming. It is very, very new chapter for you. So first of all, I'm going to explain what is linear programming. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So page number 28 5 can be taken. Page number 28 5. Taken.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here it is written section B linear programming. It is written
Yes, sir.
introduction. I'm going to read the main aim of any industrial organization is to optimize. Optimize means maximize or minimize. Optimize means optimize means maximize or minimize. The main aim of any industrial organization is to optimize the use of scarce resources, which include machine, manpower, money, warehouse space, raw material, etc. So every organization, you know very well, every organization it wants to use the scarce resources more and more. Means suppose that you are having machine, so you will want then your machine should work. What happened? What happened? Any problem? Any problem? Someone was speaking. No problem? Okay. So I was saying that every organization wants that whatever resources this organization is having, so its use should be more and more. Means suppose you are having mobile. So do you want your mobile should be out of order in 1 year? In 1 year, your mobile should be out of order. एक साल में आपका मोबाइल खराब हो जाना चाहिए, क्या आप ये चाहेंगे?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, I'm just giving an example. Then we want that whatever resources we are having, so their use, about their use, it should be maximum. Their use should be maximum. Machine, manpower, money. So many tools are there for this purposes. For this purpose, many tools are there, but one of the tools is linear programming. The term programming means planning, and the term linear implies that all the equations or equations involved in a problem would be linear. Understood what is the meaning of linear programming? In this, programming means planning, means you have to plan in such a way whatever equations or inequations you are using in your plan, whatever equations or inequations you are using in your plan, they should be linear. Okay, so it will be called linear programming. And why this planning you are making? To maximize, to optimize your resources which you are having, the resources which you are having. The technique of linear programming, first invented by Russian mathematician L.V. Kantorovich and developed later by George B. Dan- Danzig, helps in choosing a particular option from the amongst several alternatives available for maximizing profit or minimizing cost. A linear programming problem which we shall abbreviate as LPP. LPP is the short form of linear programming problem. LPP is the short form of linear programming problem. Involves a linear function of a number of variables in the form of equations or inequations subject to certain conditions or variables, and then task is to maximize or minimize the function. In this chapter, our discussion will be confined to solve problems in linear programming in two variables only. Listen carefully. Before this, some page number you can take 28/7. Taken?
Yes, sir.
So before explaining the terms, one more time I'm telling to you, with the help of linear programming, suppose you want to maximize your profit. So how can you maximize your profit? That you will know with the help of linear programming. Or suppose you are producing something, so how can you minimize its cost? How can you minimize its cost? That you will know through linear programming. So now some terms will be used in this chapter. Objective function. What is the objective function? The linear function ax plus by plus c, whose maximum or minimum value is determined, is called objective function. Means first of all, one objective function you will have to make, which is to be maximized or minimized. Which is to be maximized or minimized. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Suppose that you are making table and chair. You are making table and chair. So on one table you are getting 10 rupees. On one chair you are getting 5 rupees as profit. On one table you are getting 10 rupees as profit. On one chair you are getting 5 rupees as profit. So how can you maximize your profit? Means how many tables you should make and how many chairs you should make, then so that your profit must should be maximum. How many tables you should make and how many chairs you should make, so that your profit should be maximum. So suppose that you are making X tables and Y chairs. You are making X tables and Y chairs. So on one table, how much profit I told you?
10.
10. So on X chair, on X tables, how much profit will be there?
10x.
10x. 10x, correct. Let me take attendance. So what I was saying to you, and on one share, how much profit was there?
5. Sir, 5.
5. On Y shares, how much profit will be there?
Sir, 5 by.
5y.
So back total profit, how much total profit will be there on chair and table?
10x plus 5y.
10x plus 5y. So this is the objective function which is to be maximized. 10x plus 5y, you can say P, profit for P, you can take P for profit, you can take P for profit, you can take P equals 10x plus 5y. So this is the objective function which is to be maximized. We have to know how to maximize this objective function. Understood what is objective function?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Others?
Yes,
have
sir.
understood? Okay. Next is coming. The word optimize means maximize or minimize. I told you already. Third point, constants. The system of inequations or equations involving the variable of LPP which describe the condition under which optimization is to be attained are called constants. The constants in a LP problem involve the sign less than equal to, or greater than equal to. Means constants. New word is coming, constants. Constants means some conditions will be given in the question. Based on those conditions, you will make equations or inequations. Generally, inequations are made. Generally, inequations are made in LP problems. Means in LP linear programming problems, generally inequations are made based on the given conditions. So those inequations are called constants. So that's why they are saying the system of inequations or equations involving the variable of LPP, which describe the conditions under which optimization is to be attained. Clear? Non-negative restriction. Non-negative restriction. What is this non-negative restriction? I'm telling to you. Suppose you are making table and chair. So will you make table and chair in negative number?
No, sir.
In negative number, tables and chairs or any product can be made.
No, sir.
So that's why suppose X table and Y chairs you are taking. So X will always be greater than or equal to 0. Y will always be greater than or equal to 0. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Getting the point what I'm saying? I'm saying table and chair or any product what you will produce, you will manufacture. So that will be 0 or more than 0. टेबल या तो आप बनाएंगे ही नहीं, बनाएंगे नहीं तो आपने 0 टेबल बनाई इसका मतलब, और या बनाएंगे 1 बनाएंगे 2 बनाएंगे 3 बनाएंगे 4 बनाएंगे, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होगा -1 टेबल बनाएंगे आप। -1 टेबल बनाएंगे?
No, sir.
No. So that's why X is greater than equal to 0, Y is greater than equal to 0. They will be non-negative restrictions. They will be non-negative restrictions. Now, fifth point you can see in the book, convex region. Convex region, what is convex region? A region is said to be convex if whenever you choose any 2 points in the region and draw a line segment joining them, the segment is contained in the region. For example, the shaded region in figure 28.09 first is convex, while the shaded region in figure 28.09 second is not. So you can see 2 figures are there. MN point you have taken in first figure. Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in this, when you are joining MN point, so line segment MN is inside the region. But in second figure, when you are joining A and B point, then it is not fully inside the region. So first one is convex region and second one is concave region. First one is convex region, second one is concave region. So I will tell you why I'm taking this convex and concave region. Now next point will explain each and everything. Feasible region and feasible solution. Listen, in class 11, you made the graph of inequations. Did you make the graph of inequations?
Yes, sir.
In class 11, suppose it was given equation x plus y is less than 5. X plus y is less than 5. This such type of equation was given and you plotted the region on the graph. Is it or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So here you can see the common region determined by all the constants of an LPP is called feasible region, and every point in this region is called feasible solution to the LPP. The feasible region is always convex set. Means here suppose you are having 3 inequations. You are having 3 inequations. 3 line you will make on the graph paper? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
After making 3 lines, since these are in equations, so 3 region you will get. By putting arrow, I remind you like this. Do you remember this?
Yes, sir.
So this region where arrows are there, this region is the solution region of this line. Understood?
Yes, sir.
One more line I am making. Listen to me. This is one more line I have made. So in second line also you can see solution region. Now can you tell me what is the common region of both the lines? This is the common region of both the lines. Are you able to see?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you? So have you seen common region for both the lines?
Yes, sir.
So this is the feasible region. This is the feasible region, and in this, how many points are coming? These points are feasible solution. Clear? In feasible region solution, a solution of an LPP is an infeasible solution if the system of constants has no point which satisfy all the constants or non-negative restrictions. This point on the graph I will explain. Optimal feasible solution, a feasible solution of an LPP is said to be optimal feasible solution if it also maximize or minimize the objective function. That will be explained in the graph. Okay. Now you come to the exercise. Question number 1, 28A. I will tell you what you have to do in this exercise. In this exercise, only you have to make objective function and constants. Means you have to prepare a LPP. One linear programming problem you have to make in this. So first of all, I am reading first question and we try to understand, because first question is very important question. Important means to understand the concept of this chapter. So first question is very necessary to understand properly. So a dealer wishes to purchase a number of geysers and fans. He has only 57,600 to invest and has space for at most 20 items. A geyser cost him rupees 3,600 and a fan rupees 2,400. His expectation is that he can sell a geyser at a profit of rupees 220 and a fan at a profit of rupees 180. Assuming that he can sell all the items he can buy, formulate it as a LPP to maximize his profit. First of all, I will tell you what is the question and what you have to do. In this question, one dealer is there and he wants to purchase geyser and fan. एक डीलर है जो गीजर और फैन खरीदना चाहता है, लेकिन शर्त यह है कि उसके पास केवल इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए 57,600 रुपीज है, मतलब इससे ज्यादा वो इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर सकता। गेटिंग द पॉइंट? सपोज यू आर हैविंग 57,000, suppose you are having 57,600 rupees. So whatever you are having, you can invest only that amount. You cannot invest more than that amount. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
भाई जो भी आपके पास है आप उसी तो खर्च करेंगे, उसके अलावा तो आप नहीं लाएंगे। तो he has only 57,600 rupees to invest. So first condition is he is having only 57,600 rupees. ठीक है? Then add space for at most 20 items. अब उसके पास एक कंडीशन और भी है कि उसके पास जो स्पेस है वो केवल 20 आइटम्स रखने का है, मतलब 20 से ज्यादा नहीं रख सकता वो आइटम। मतलब चाहे वो 10 गीजर ले ले, 10 फैन ले ले, या 12 गीजर ले ले, या 8 फैन ले ले, या ऐसा कर ले 20 के 20 गीजर ले ले और फैन एक भी ना ले, लेकिन उसके पास केवल वो 20 ही रख सकता है, 20 से ज्यादा उसके पास स्पेस नहीं है। ठीक है? अच्छा, अब उसके बाद ये दे रखा है कि एक गीजर जो है उसके लिए 3600 रुपीज का, मतलब 3600 रुपीज का गीजर है और 2400 रुपीज का फैन है। ठीक है? 3600 रुपीज का गीजर है और 2400 रुपीज का फैन है। अच्छा, उसे ये भी मालूम है कि अगर वो एक गीजर को बेचता है तो उसे 220 रुपीज प्रॉफिट लगभग मिल जाएगा, और अगर एक फैन को बेचता है तो उसे 180 रुपीज प्रॉफिट मिल जाएगा। ठीक है? तो अब ये कहा गया है कि आप ऐसे मान लीजिए कि उसने जितना भी खरीदा, हमें नहीं पता उसने कितने गीजर खरीदे हैं, कितने फैन खरीदे हैं, लेकिन उसने जितना भी खरीदा है वो सब बेच देता है। ठीक है? जब उसने सब बेच दिया तो उसे प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमम हो, इस टाइप से आप एक लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग बनाइए। ठीक है? समझ रहे हैं ना क्वेश्चन? आपको ऐसे प्लानिंग करनी है कि उसे कितने गीजर खरीदने चाहिए और कितने फैन खरीदने चाहिए कि उसका प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमम हो। गीजर पे 220 रुपीज का प्रॉफिट है, फैन पे 180 रुपीज का प्रॉफिट है, तो कितने गीजर और कितने फैन, ये ध्यान रखना है आपको कि वो 20 ही खरीद सकता है, 20 से ज्यादा नहीं खरीद सकता है। गेटिंग माई पॉइंट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Others?
Yes.
So we will suppose he is purchasing X geysers and Y fans. So we will take let the number of letter required, number of geysers spelling GEYSERS, and fans for letter required number of geysers and fans to be bought be X and Y respectively. We have taken that the required number of geysers and fans to be bought be X and Y respectively. He purchased X geysers and Y fans. Then objective function. Then total profit to get total profit P. P you can take, Z you can take, or any other letter you can take. Okay. So total profit on one geyser 220 rupees profit was there. So on X geyser, how much profit will be there?
220x.
Yes, on one fan 180 rupees profit was there. So on Y fans, how much profit will be there?
180y.
So total profit will be,
Rupees 220x plus 180y.
yes, rupees 220x plus 180y. Understood? This is the objective function. Getting the point? This is objective function. Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now constraints are, you have to make constants. Constants means
Conditions. Conditions is less than
inequations. Inequations based on condition. Inequations or equations based on conditions. Clear?
conditions.
इक्वेशन हो या इनइक्वेशन हो, कंडीशन पे बेस्ड हो. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
नाउ फर्स्ट कंडीशन, he is having the space for at most 20 item. He is having the space for at most 20 item. So उसने x तो गीजर लिए हैं, y फैंस लिए हैं, ठीक है. तो टोटल x प्लस वाई मिला के 20 होंगे या 20 से
कम होंगे, लेस.
कम होंगे, क्योंकि उसके पास स्पेस कितने का है? केवल
20 items.
20 आइटम्स का स्पेस है. तो फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज x प्लस वाई इज लेस देन इक्वल टू 20. Clear? In bracket you can write, since he has space for at most 20 items. Since he has space for at most 20 items. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now one more condition. One geyser cost him 3,600. So X geyser cost will be,
3600x.
yes. One fan cost 2,400. Y fans cost will be,
2400y.
yes. So it will be 3,600 X plus 2,400 Y. Now this is the total cost, 3,600 X plus 2,400 Y, and this total cost will equal to, किसके इक्वल होगी है?
Investment means 57,600.
Yes, because he is having to invest only 57,600. So this total cost will be 57,600 or less. भाई उसके पास 57,600 है, तो टोटल जब उसने x गीजर लिए हैं तो कितने पैसे दे दिए? 3,600 x दे दिए. y फैंस लिए हैं तो उसने कितने पैसे दे दिए? 2,400 y पैसे दे दिए. तो टोटल मिलाकर उसके पास कितना था? 57,600. तो या तो ये टोटल कॉस्ट उसके बराबर होगी या उससे
Less than.
लेस होगी. यस, इज लेस देन इक्वल टू 57,600. You can write in that sense Since he has only rupees 57,600 to invest. Since he has only rupees 57,600 to invest. So you can simplify it by 100 you can divide. So it will be 36x plus 445 is less than equal to 576. And you can divide by 12. 3x plus 2y is less than equal to 48. So these two equations you have made. Now any other equation can be made or not?
Yes, sir.
Any other? No.
Yes, sir. Non-negativity
Which?
restrictions.
Yes. Non-negative restriction. X is greater than and x is greater than equal to 0. Y is greater than equal to 0. In bracket you can write non-negative restriction. Non-negative restrictions. Clear? Hence, the required LPP is maximize P equals 220x plus 181 subject to the constants, subject to the constants, subject to the constants. You can write constants x plus y less than equal to 20. 3x plus 2y is less than equal to 48. X is greater than equal to 0. Y is greater than equal to 0. So this problem you have made, you can check. Getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Others, they are not getting.
Yes, sir.
Anam, Fatma, you joined later.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, understood how to make LPP. If any doubt is there, then in first question you ask. In other question also you can ask. In other question also you can ask, but in first question, first you note down. First you note down. Note it down. Noted down the solution.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm saying to you, any doubt in this problem? I'm asking you.
No, sir.
No doubt. Quite clear.
Yes, sir.
So next problem I'm reading. So we will discuss. Okay, because 2-3 minutes are remaining, so we will discuss about this problem. A retired person, fourth question you can see. A retired person wants to invest an amount up to rupees 20,000. His broker recommends investing in two types of bonds, A and B. Bond A yielding 10% return on the amount invested and bond B yielding 15% return on the amount invested. After some consideration, he decides to invest at least rupees 5,000 in bond A and at least rupees 8,000 in bond B. He also wants to invest at least as much in bond A as in bond B. He also wants to invest at least as much in bond A as in bond B. What should his broker suggest? If he wants to maximize his return on the investments, formulate LPP. Have you understood what is the question? Yes or no? If yes, then you say yes. If you no, then you say no. I will explain. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Only one. Others? Others? Say no if you are not getting.
Sir, no.
No. So in this one person is there. Suppose आप एक व्यक्ति हैं, ठीक है? आपके पास आप चाहते हैं 20,000 रुपीज इन्वेस्ट करना. कितने?
20,000.
20,000.
ठीक है. आपका एक एजेंट है और वो कह रहा है कि आप दो तरह के बॉन्ड खरीद सकते हैं. बॉन्ड ए, बॉन्ड बी, दो तरह के बॉन्ड. ठीक है. बॉन्ड ए में अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो आपको 10% रिटर्न मिलता है, मतलब 10% प्रॉफिट मिलता है. जितना आप इन्वेस्ट करेंगे उसका 10% आपको प्रॉफिट मिलेगा. बॉन्ड बी में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो आपको जितना इन्वेस्ट करेंगे उसको 20% प्रॉफिट मिलेगा. सॉरी 15%. अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ये बात आपके एजेंट ने आपको बता दी. ठीक है. आपने एजेंट को बोला था कि मैं 20,000 रुपीज इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ. एजेंट ने आपको बताया कि दो तरह के बॉन्ड हैं. अगर आप बॉन्ड ए में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे तो 10% प्रॉफिट मिलेगा आपको. बॉन्ड बी में करेंगे तो 15% मिलेगा. ठीक है. आपने कुछ सोचा, सोचने के बाद ये डिसाइड कर लिया कि कम से कम मुझे 5,000 तो बॉन्ड ए में इन्वेस्ट करने हैं और कम से कम 8,000 मुझे बॉन्ड बी में इन्वेस्ट करने हैं. ठीक है. और आपने ये भी सोचा है he also wants to invest at least as much amount as in bond A as in bond B. ये भी सोच लिया आपने कि जितना आप बॉन्ड बी में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं उतना ही बॉन्ड ए में भी करेंगे. He also wants to invest at least as much amount as in bond A as in bond B. ओके. जितना ए में जितना बी में कर रहे हैं आप उतना ए में भी कम से कम आपको करना ही है. उससे ज्यादा भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. लेकिन आपने ये सोच लिया कि मान लीजिए आपने बॉन्ड बी में 5,000 रुपीज इन्वेस्ट करने हैं तो बॉन्ड ए में इतने तो करने ही करने हैं, उससे ज्यादा भी कर सकते हैं. अंडरस्टूड? अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What should his broker suggest he wants to up? अब ये बताया जा रहा है कि ब्रोकर को क्या सजेस्ट करना चाहिए कि आपका रिटर्न से ज्यादा हो. मतलब आपको कितना बॉन्ड ए में करना चाहिए और कितना बॉन्ड बी में करना चाहिए. ठीक है. कि आपको मैक्सिमम रिटर्न मिले, मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट मिले. अंडरस्टूड प्रॉब्लम?
Yes, sir.
Now tomorrow we will do the solution of this problem. So today is enough. Thank you very much. You can leave the class.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.